Hey everyone, it's Diego Viteri. Welcome to a new video of Viteri Boxing. Today I want to show you different ways that you can use your jab to position yourself, to hide your movements. Remember, it's all about to be always one step ahead of your opponent. So let's begin. The art of boxing, it's all about hitting your opponent without receiving any damage at all. So there's no science in getting in front of your opponent and just exchanging punches. The whole point is to move to another position where he can punch and you can punch him. Move to this position and you can punch him. Whenever I move to another position using my footwork, what I want to call it is breaking the line of attack. Each time you are in front of him, he has different lines of attack to throw punches. When I move to any of the sides, I have broken the line of attack. He can't punch anything, and from here, he can't punch anything because I broke the line of attack. So what we're going to use today is the jab to blind our opponent and to move in different positions that will allow you to have better punches and, of course, win the fight. What I want to teach you right now is what I call the Z step. The Z step is all about moving in, closing the gap with the jab to blind your opponent, going in and out the window. So you get here, and from this position you can step. So what you have to use is the ball of the foot. Always the ball of the foot to go in, then with the front ball of the foot you move out. So when the back foot, move in, with the front foot, move out. Go in and out. And from here you can punch. What's really important is that when you get into the close range, you are not actually stepping with both feet like really still. You are here, you keep this foot actually in the air, and then you move out of the way. So it's basically doing this, moving in and out. You keep one leg always up, or you can move to the other side. You go in, and then you go to the other side. You go in, and you move to the other side. Don't worry about having your leg not touching the floor. It's exactly the same as when you do a pivot. It's the same. You are only with one foot on the ground and moving the other one. The other one is airborne. So basically it's just the same. You move in and you move out the window. You move in and you move out the window, and you can throw any punch. The second jab that we're going to use is to hide our entry to close the gap. So this jab is not going to be thrown to his chin, because normally they will catch it with the rear arm. What we're going to do is we're going to throw our jab a little bit with power to the front arm. The whole point is that when we throw it to his arm, he's going to lose some balance. He's going to be putting all his weight on the back foot, which allow us to have a little bit more time to go in. But make sure that when you're going in, to lower your level and then going into the pocket. So you throw the jab to his arm, he's going to put all his weight in the back foot without allowing him to counter your attacks, and just in case he wants to attack you back, you're going to lower your level and go in so you can be in the short range. You have to make sure that your back is straight before you go in. If you go this way, bending your back, you can be caught by an uppercut. The third jab is going to be to hide our punches to the body. So what we're going to do is the same thing. We're going to try to aim for his front arm. So we're going to try to throw the jab, but we have to transform it into a frame. So we're going to keep it there. We're going to throw it with power, but instead of pulling it back, we're going to keep it there, pushing a little bit our opponent. And that way, when we push him, he will open a space to the body, and we can throw across to the body or whatever you want to do to the body. You throw, and then you can throw a punch to the body, and you can just keep going. So it's a perfect way. Now the fourth jab I'm going to show you is a mix between the cross jab and a square jab. What's the cross jab? Is basically I convert my cross into a jab by putting my rear shoulder in front of me. Once my rear shoulder is in front of me, this arm is going to be closer to my opponent. That's why I call it a cross jab. I put it across my opponent, and it will help me to move to my left side in an orthodox position. So I go with my cross jab, I move to the side, and I can counter to my opponent from another angle. So it would help me a lot to position myself. The other thing is that this cross jab also hides another powerful jab, which is the square jab. So basically it's the same. You can use different in different times, maybe 2 or 3 times your cross jab, moving to the side. You can go the cross jab, and then after he believes you're only throwing the cross jab, what you're going to use is your square jab. So basically you move to the front, but you are charging this arm with a lot of power, and from here is basically a jab with a lot of power. And so from here you go and you can actually punch your opponent. So the whole point is using the square jab and the cross jab to hide between moving to an angle or having power to your opponent. The fifth and last jab we're going to do is the whip jab, which is basically from the shoulder. You're going to keep your arm low, and from here you're going to throw like a whip. You're going to throw like a whip, and the benefits of it is that, number one, you can close the left eye of your opponent because it goes straight to his left eye in comparison to the normal jab that will go to his right eye. And in addition to that, we can break his guard. That's the most important thing. You can throw the whip jab by moving to the side, and whenever he's in the traditional guard, if you throw your whip jab, you're going to break his guard, and it gives you the whole space to connect your cross, your overhand, or whatever you want to do. So you just keep from your shoulder, or you keep head moving, you break his guard, and then you can connect easily. As a bonus that I would love to add to this video is the amazing jab of Marvin Hagler. Normally, when you are fighting in an open stance, like Southpaw versus Orthodox, they normally are in a hand fighting. They're trying to manipulate their guard using their semi-extended arm and controlling their lead arm. They're trying to control always their lead arm. What Marvin Hagler does is he keeps his fist close to his chest, and he doesn't allow his opponents to do this hand fighting or this guard manipulation. If they try to manipulate his arm, they will have to extend their arm a lot, and when they extend their arm, they will expose themselves to any jab or a hook. So when he keeps his arm close to his chest, it allows him to actually throw up jabs, and they can't see it because of course it's out of their vision. And he also uses his arm in his chest as baiting. He baits his opponent, he puts his arm here, it provokes a jab, he counters, and he counters back with any punch. So basically he doesn't go into the hand manipulation fight, he keeps his arm here. If they try to manipulate, he can easily counter because they're extended, and it also helped it because it's a good bait to his opponent. Thanks everyone for watching my video. Remember that the jab is always going to help you to hide your movements, to position yourself, and to open different spaces. So don't always use the jab to try to headhunt. Try to use it with different purposes as the ones that I show you today. Don't forget to subscribe, to like this video so other people can watch it, and leave me a comment below of what you want to learn next week. I'll see you next class.